Hello and welcome back to our Final Fantasy X HD Platinum walkthrough. In this episode, I'm going to teach you how to play Blitzball and how to beat the Luca goers.
Sure you all right, Captain?
The trick is to have good luck.
In a few minutes.
So what you're gonna need before you start is a lucky rabbit's foot, a pair of loaded dice, and a black cat that you can have walk around you or in front of you. You know, in some places a black cat is good luck, in some places is bad luck. So depending on whether you believe it's good or bad luck, either keep the cat or kill the cat. I don't care.
Lady Yuna!
Tidus is back. Yuna is saved.
All this because of me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. Getting kidnapped like that.
How can you let some outbed kidnap you?
Waka agrees, but that's okay.
Hey, let it go, alright?
Let it go, man.
Don't go near
Don't be a
outbed
dick.
anymore, okay? They're trouble.
So we see Waka's racism here. It's very real. He does not like Albed. So Tidus is having a chat with Yuna, but we don't know what about. And her and Kimari get out of here. So you're going to turn right back around and go back into the dressing room. Alright. So there's Lulu.
Please.
She has
don't
nothing
tell
new to say
anyone
since
about
the boat,
Yuna's
so
lineage.
don't be too excited about that. Talk to the Oryx. Don't talk to Waka yet. I thought that blue screen had the tutorial on it. I was wrong. I think it's well, it's not Kipa. It's not Boda. It's not Jasu. It's Letty. No, it's Datto. Datto has the tutorial. The very last one I spoke to, obviously. I'm going to fast forward the tutorial because it's really boring. And I only did the movement tutorial anyway, otherwise we'd be here for 2 hours. Now let me explain something. Your guys are the green arrows on the minimap. The one with the circle around him has the ball. When there are red arrows, that's the enemy team. Simple. You're always playing towards the same goal. There's no side swapping at half time or anything. Now, movement is set to automatic by default. You don't want automatic because it's terrible. So as soon as the match starts, press triangle, switch it to manual. Alright? Manual A, and that treats your characters as though they're on the overhead map. So when you press left, you're always going to go towards the enemy goal. For example, the opponent goal. They're not really the enemy, right? They're the opponents. You press square to pass and shoot. Alright, so you press square, it brings up a menu, pass or shoot. And whether you pass or shoot successfully is based on your stats and the receiver's stats. Well, passing isn't based on the receiver's stats, but shooting is. If the goalie can block it, he'll block it. And you'll see from the stats. We'll go through it during the match.
Ready?
Now, I won my match.
Alright.
That was a fluke. You'll see yourself, it starts off very badly, and I managed to pull it back. But,
I got
so don't give up hope. Keep trying for the entire match. There's only a few things that you really need to bear in mind.
After this game, I'm retiring.
Now, Waka's going to retire after this game. He's going to be a full-time guardian. We already knew this.
Be my last tournament.
But I think he's only telling the team
When I
now.
lose, I'm quitting Blitzball. But you know, since we're here, we might as well win.
Yeah, Captain! Woo! Okay.
Mind the bench.
So Waka's going to be on the bench because he's still severely injured from the Albed Sykes beating the shit out of him during their match.
I'm warming the bench.
So that's okay.
He's
You'll
taking
see,
my place.
Blitzball is quite a high-impact game. It's fairly violent.
Alright, boys, let's win this one.
Being underwater
Let's
might
make the goers goners.
dull the effect somewhat of the
Blitz.
fairly vicious tackles, but I doubt they dull it that much. So that's okay. So now Lula's going to
On the sphere.
comfort Waka with her bosoms.
Hey, you
So
won't
he's like, hey,
supposed to
man,
see
you know,
that.
whatever. You know, I'm playing it cool or whatever. But then he just falls onto her. He's like, whoa, I'm going down. So that's okay. It's just a hug. Hugs are cool.
You
Two
really
old friends having a hug.
gave it your
Now.
all, didn't you?
Listen to me as I explain the game.
boys, what are we gonna do?
Win!
Win!
For Captain Waka.
Alright. So you don't want to let these guys down, right? You want to win this match. Win or lose, the game goes on. So make sure you save in the dressing room. Maybe I'm telling you too late. You'll have a save somewhere. You can go back to it. There is a save sphere in the dressing room that you can use. So right there, Walker wrote on the wall. What a dick. But anyway, a graffiti artist, a vandal, in fact. So every Blitzball match starts with a blitz-off. There's also a blitz-off after every goal scored. Now the blitz-off is where the ball shoots up into the... I was going to say into the air, but into the water, into the middle of the sphere. And one of the two teams will catch it.
This looks like history.
I don't know if you can influence catching it by mashing X, but I always mash X during the blitz-off to see if that helps. It might be completely random, but there might be a Pokeball element to it. You know, hold down and B to increase your catch rate. It doesn't work, but if it makes you feel like it works, well, the placebo effect can be powerful as well. There's Oren, by the way. Just casually mentioned that he's going to watch the match. Sports fan. So here we go. Right, so this is the match. There's some showboating beforehand, because the goers are assholes and Titus is a jackass. So, yeah. There's always going to be some messing around. He's like, I'm laughing at you. Titus is like, whatever, man, I don't care. And then they're like, let's shake hands. Huh? What? A friendly handshake. Oh, psych! I was gonna punch you in the face. No. And then he farts at him and he swims away. These guys are really annoying. So, basic thing to bear in mind in the first half. It's unlikely that you'll score, but if you're in a position to shoot, shoot. You lose nothing by trying. Here's the first blitz off. In this case, the goers got the ball, and you can see they're a good team. He makes a beeline straight down the middle. Now we're in a two-man breakthrough, which means boom and boom. So when you're in a breakthrough, it means the defenders have caught up with you, and you can choose to either break to them, in which case they will tackle you, and their attack stat will be removed from your endurance stat. If your endurance stat falls to 0, they'll steal the ball. Or you can choose not to break and pass or shoot, in which case you'll have to get past their block stat. Okay? So, like, he passed, but it was too far and it was blocked slightly. So now we got a 3-man break here. So I've got 12 endurance. So I could break to one of them, but no more than that. I believe what I tried was just, okay, I break to grab, and I try to shoot. Do I? No, I try to pass. That was a mistake, because as you can see, Dato, sorry, it's Dato, only has a 4 pass score, which isn't very good. So this is never going to get there. Like, the first block I go up against is twice my pass, so he catches it, no problem. So you see how that works. Now, while the enemy have the ball, your team is on automatic defense, so they'll just chase him around. Yeah, dribble. So yeah, he tackled, didn't have enough, so now he gets to go on. That's just you break, but you take no action. So now he's going to pass. He has 13 pass, only 5 block, so that gets there easily. And this guy, Rickson, he's their attacker. You can see he's got 12 shot. And he's right up at the front. Titus is a useless attacker because he's not a defender. See, his attack score is only 3, his block is only 2. So that did nothing. And he scored a goal. So we're a goal down right at the start. It happens. I was kind of somewhat despairing here, but not too much. Your only goal in the first half of the match is to pass the ball around between your team. You need to get it to Titus maybe 3 times. So this might be my first time really having the ball for more than 2 seconds. So I switched it to manual. Make sure you do that. And pass to Titus. I passed to Jasu because he was a bit nearer. because you want to get everybody in on the ball. It's the only way they get experience. And you need to level Titus up so he can use Jack Shot if you got it on the boat. So there, Bota catches it. He's got 6 pass. So you know, press square when you're on your own, and you'll safely be able to pass. So now I tried to pass to Titus, but it is a long pass, and I don't know if it gets there. It does, just. So you can see your pass stat goes down as it travels through the water, and it could miss. So now I made the mistake of trying to pass here. Titus only has 3 pass, so this might not make it. It does, only just barely. But this is what you gotta do. So passing back to Titus. Nope. Maybe? What was I thinking? You can see who you're passing to on the minimap as well, and try to get an idea of how open they are, you know? You don't want to immediately get into a break situation, like has happened to me. So I can't break to Grav because his attack is too high, and his block is 8, so this pass is not going to get there. So fumbles, and if you fumble, the enemy team always seems to catch it. So now Abyss has it. Abyss is their other striker. And I think he has an open goal here. Yeah, no break. He's got more than twice the shot to keep his catch, so keeping never had a chance. The way shooting and catching works, the goalies catch in an actual, you know, goal situation can either be 50% higher or 50% lower. Like there's a range that it can be. So keeper's catch can actually be as high as 7. You can sometimes save a ball at 7. Other times it can be as low as 3 and let a ball at 4 through. So you have to be careful with that. So Titus is holding the ball again, and I think I tried to shoot from here. Yeah, there's Bill Gerd, so you can totally just break to him. He just has enough endurance, so he's fine. And I shot from here. Unfortunately, I was too far away, and he managed to catch it. There was a chance of it getting through, because I had only 2 shot less than his catch at the time of the goal. And take your chances if you see him. Don't be afraid to try and score. Each half is only 5 minutes long, so they're not going to score again. This is going to end in 5 seconds. The time stops during breaks, but it goes again as soon as the ball is in motion. So there we go, halftime. He would have scored again, by the way. He has an open goal.
The Goers are just playing great, Bubba. Really great.
So we're 2-0 down at halftime. That's a worry. I thought I was screwed, to be honest. But here's where the great secret comes in. If you learned the jack shot on the ship, like I told you to, Titus is now level 3. I think you need to pass to him at least 3 times to get him up. So we get a little pep talk. Get the ball and shoot like crazy.
Goers are going down! Yeah!
Shoot like
So they
crazy.
maintain their fighting spirit.
Down!
All right, hustle.
Waka's advice isn't bad. Get the ball and shoot like crazy. Getting the ball is hard because you're relying on your team. Now, at level 3, Titus can equip Jack Shot. He can also equip Sphere Shot, which I think he knows by default, but it's not as good. If you get Jack Shot, you're guaranteed at least 1 goal. Assuming you can get the ball to Titus. So, you know, don't worry about setting marks or anything, just make sure you set Jack Shot as Titus's technique, his ability. And if you did, you can do this. Now in the second half, you have only 3 minutes to score with Titus. So if you're 2 down like I am, that might not be enough time. So you can see Titus has 166 hit points. Using Jack Shot costs 120 hit points. So if your HP goes below that, you're doomed. But here we go. I decided on no break, because if you have up to 2 opponents and you Jack Shot, you'll actually knock them out with the ball. That's what makes it so good. So select shoot. Well, you can see I'm not that near the goal if you look at the minimap. Jack Shot. Gives you 16 shot, but boom. Knocks him out. Knocks her out. And we go woo, woo, woo. So it's 16 shot at this distance. Will we score? It's already dropped down 7, 6, 2. So he only knocked 4 off it. I was lucky, but I scored. If I'd been closer, he wouldn't have been able to block it. So now blitz up again. This time the goers catch it. And like the bastards that they are, they pretty much held onto the ball for the rest of the second half while I was playing them. And that's where luck comes in. You have to be lucky enough to get the ball and be able to capitalize on it. So he's going to pass to Avis. No problem. Avis is a very dangerous striker. He could probably score from there if he wanted to. You know? But he chased him down. So he can't break here and he can't pass. So we were lucky. We got some good defenders in there to stop him. So what you want to do is try to get... See, Grav is fine. Grav can't... Whoa, Grav has 9 block. I didn't realize. He's an annoying player, but whatever. I think I took my chances and tried to pass past him. And he couldn't stop it, but he just fumbled the ball. So, you know, there is a little stat variance between the numbers you see and the numbers that will actually come into play. So you can take your chances with things. Now here, I was lucky. Avis could have scored here. But no, his endurance is too bad. He decided to break. Now we got a 2-man break, and there's very little I can do here. Yasu is kind of... he's one of the weaker characters on the Oryx team. So it's immediately back in their hands. She only has 1 shot though. If you look at her shot score, it's 1. So she couldn't score a goal if her life depended on it. Which is lucky. Her endurance isn't great, but she has a good pass. 9. So she's like a midfielder, so she's meant to be getting the ball to other people. But luckily, Doran fumbled. And that brings us to 3 minutes. And at 3 minutes,
The fans are getting impatient.
this happens.
They're calling for
So
some
I'm still
action.
1 goal down. So if you're still 1 goal down, or even 2 goals down here, you've still got a chance. Don't give up hope. 3 goals down, you should probably reload your save. But, you know, play out the match, practice. So the crowd is going wild, calling for Waka. Titus, for all his showboating, is not a complete prick, which is good. So he's gonna leave. He's gonna leave the sphere and let Waka come in.
Everyone seems to be calling for Waka, folks.
So he just like leaves the sphere as slowly as possible. Nobody called the timeout, like just
Say,
whatever.
Where is
Never mind.
that player going?
No one knows what's going on.
He's
They've forfeited the
leaving
match. They're down to
sphere
4 guys
pool.
now.
He may be injured.
So I don't know what's happening. Sports. And then they take their time here as well. I don't know how far away the sphere is, but Titus has time to get back here. Alright, it's not that far, seemingly. But then Waka,
To be honest, I did
Injured
kind of
as he
feel
is.
left out. But it really was the Oryx and Waka show after all.
Waka is better than Titus.
I wonder what's happening.
At this stage of the game, he's
crowd
better.
is going wild.
Titus has Jack Shot, but it costs so much HP that you're probably only going to get to use it once. Waka has
Ah,
Venom
it's
Shot.
Waka. He's back on the field and ready
So even
to
if you
go.
didn't get Jack Shot, Waka is your chance to score. And you've got 2 minutes with Waka
The
to score.
Orcs seem glad to have him back.
It's not very long. So you got to get him the ball. Now, honestly, I'm down 2. I'm down 1. So I need 2 to win. Two goals in 2 minutes may sound unfeasible. And it is. But I almost pulled it off for Waka. So it all depends. If you win this blitz off, you're in a good position. I didn't. But luckily I managed to get the ball. Another 3-man break. Even the goers have trouble with it. That's only a 2-man break. So he chooses to break through 2. But his endurance... Wow, look at that. He only took 1 damage from that 5 attack score. That's crazy. Didn't even put a hand on. But that was a shot. No one takes a shot from there. That's insane. So now we've got the ball. And before we can get into a break situation, I passed immediately to Waka. Because Waka is kind of in position. He's got almost an open goal ahead of him. If you look at Waka, he's also got 11 endurance and 13 shot. So not only that, he has Venom Shot, which only costs 20 HP and gives you 16 shot. And now the wonderful thing about Venom Shot is, even if Rowdy had blocked it, he would have been poisoned, which would have reduced his abilities to block subsequent goals. And eventually, if you play Blitzball at the minigame quite a bit, you can learn Nap Shot, which, if the goalie blocks it, makes him fall asleep, which means the next goal will score for sure. So he took no action there. Waka's tackle isn't that great, unfortunately. So we've got 40 seconds. He's trying to score again. But with all that blocking power ahead of him, and the fact that he has no endurance, we got lucky. So I could have risked breaking to Abus here, but his block is so low I decided to just try and pass. So with 30 seconds left, get the ball to Waka. And I made for their goal as fast as I could. Went for a 1-man break. She has 9 attacks, so you can take that endurance. I don't know why I decided no break. Oh, it was a mistake. This is why it took so long to shoot. Once you've locked into a choice with breaking, you can't back out. So if I hadn't accidentally decided no break, I would have scored her. Because I could have broken to her. And that would have ended the match. 5 minutes. As it is, we went to overtime. Learn from my mistakes. Be damn sure what you want to do before you press X. That would have ended the match quite handily. Right at the end, it would have been like a Hollywood moment. Unfortunately, I didn't. So now they make you assign the positions for your team. Leave them where they are. Just say okay, okay, okay. So, left forward, right forward, midfielder, blah blah blah. You can't screw this up really. Just choose them in order from top to bottom. I had a look to see if Waka knows any other techniques. I don't think he does. I don't believe I went through every page either. I did, there's only 2 pages, but he doesn't know every technique. He only knows Venom Shot, but Venom Shot's all you need. Don't bother setting marks. You set marks to players to try and learn their moves when they do. But that doesn't come into play here because the goers don't use techniques in this match. So blitz off. Goers caught the ball again. That could have been the end of it. He could have gone straight down and shot. But no. So he gets 3 on defense. Goes for breakthrough on 2 of them. And Waka didn't do any damage. Now he passes. He only has to get past the block of 2. Valgerda gets the ball. But if you recall, she cannot shoot at all. All she can do is pass. So she wants to get in and pass to somebody else. So she's not going to break at all. But Dado's block isn't very good. But Jesu's block, I should say. So now Abus has the ball, and Abus is a real threat. And Waka's attack isn't good enough. And he shoots from there. If he'd been a little smarter, you know, or if I'd been unlucky, like, Keeper got exactly his 6th catch there and was able to block the ball. So now there's nothing really. See, this is why this is an annoying match. You got people like Jason, his stats are so bad they can't really react to any of the enemies. So I just went, tried my luck, no, fumbled the ball. I was thinking I'm doomed at this stage. You know, I'd almost given up hope. But you never give up hope. So, crazily he tried to pass. Sometimes the computer will make a terrible decision to to your benefit. But now I have to break to him, but his block is so bad it doesn't matter. Also, his attack is garbage too. So just whatever, Avis. See ya. And now I wanted to pass to Waka, our only hope of scoring. Don't get me wrong, I think Datto can score as well, but Waka's more reliable. So we got 2 on defense. I can break to one of them. And then I can go for a Venom Shot. Now by rights, there's 17 block and catch put together going against this. So I got lucky. And I scored. And you can get lucky too. If you find this too hard, get the ball in the first round, keep passing it around, let Tidus level up, and then just swim behind your goal and hide there. And the goalers can't get the ball off you. And then in the second round, second half, try to score with Jet Shot, and then hide behind your goal again. But that's cheap. And if you win, you get a Strength Sphere. Maybe 2 Strength Spheres. I know you get Strength Spheres anyway. You want those, right? And also you get a trophy. This is a Platinum guide. You have to beat them.